right, 15.1, part 2. Integer, I forgot my T. Integer exponents. Fix that. So we're going to just take all the rules we learned yesterday and apply them to even bigger problems so that we might have to be combining some of them together instead of just using one at a time. So we don't have any new key terms, thank goodness, because you had enough last class. So all I did is I just re-put all of these back on for you. So here's our 0 exponent, negative, product of powers, quotient of power, power of product, and power of power. These are all the same ones we wrote down yesterday. It's just giving them to you in another example. So algebraic and actual like numeric examples. Okay, so we're going to simplify this expression, and we may need to combine a couple together. So remember, we always do parentheses first. So 5 take away 2 is 3. So we're going to get 3 to the 5th. And then we're going to times it by 3 to the negative 8. Plus 5 plus 2 is then 7. And that's going to be raised to the 0 power. So these have the same base. This does not. So we're going to apply a rule here. If I look, I have 3 to the 5th times 3 to the negative 8. I'm going to use my product of powers right here, see, times different exponents, same base, where I'm going to add them. So I'm going to go 3 to the 5th plus negative 8, plus negative 8. So 3 to the 5th plus negative 8 is going to be 3 to the negative 3, right? Because 5 and negative 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And then I'm going to go plus 7 to the 0 power. Now, these cannot be combined right now because they're different bases. But I can apply some more rules. I can apply my negative exponent rule, which means I take the reciprocal. So very similar to this. So I'm going to go over here. That's going to get me 1 over 3 to the 3rd. And then remember, 7 to the 0 power, everything to the 0 power is 1. So it's just plus 1. We could stop here. We really could stop here, but 3 to the 3rd is 27, and then plus 1, so we could say 1 and 1, 27. This would probably be the most, make that 1 a little bit bigger, accurate answer. But if we're just applying power rules, this would probably be okay too. All right, so this is just the example down below, just for room. I put it on another page. So again, parentheses first. So 3 plus 1 is 4. That's raised to the 2nd power, but that is then raised to the 3rd. 7 minus 3 is 4, and that's raised to the 2nd power. So this is, what I want to do first is actually apply this. This is power raised to a power. So remember, power raised to the power is when I multiply. So I'm going to go 4 squared times 3, and then I have 4 squared here. And so that's going to get us 4 to the 6th over 4 squared. So I have quotient of powers here. That's 4 to the 6th, take away that 2. Remember, quotient of powers, I subtract them, and we get 4 to the 4th power. We can be done there because I'm not going to make you figure out what 4 to the 4th power is. Only small exponents, thirds to the 2nd power, will be done. Okay, why don't you pause here and see if you can do the next 2 examples, because the first one's just like what we just did, and the second one is more similar to the first one. So this would be a really good idea to pause, try these out, play, and then maybe pause again and then try it out. All right, so I'm going to get 5 to the 2nd raised to the 2nd over 5 to the 3rd. Then you should have gotten 5 to the 4th over 5 to the 3rd. And then when you subtract, you should have gotten 5 to the 1st, which is just really 5. Maybe add that in if you didn't, this 5 to the 1st part, just so that we understand one exponent just means the number. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit all over the place. So I'm going to apply this right now. So these get multiplied. So I get 2 to the 6th minus 10 take away 6 is 4 to the 3rd times 4 to the negative 5. So this one, we would add these little exponents together. So we're going to get 2 to the 6th minus 4 to the negative 2. And then I'm going to apply my negative exponent. We're going to get 2 to the 6th minus 1 over 4 squared. And maybe just to clean that up, go 2 to the 6th minus 1 over 16. Now in class, I'm actually going to show you how to clean this up even more. So maybe that would be like an extra. Could you clean this up even more? Let's see if you can do it. All right, so things to remember, memorize our rules. Gotta do it. And then also parentheses first. Just especially when we're dealing with these exponent rules. All right. So these are your independent practices. This is just like the last one we did and the first one. And this one's like the middle two. The second one and the third one. All right. Until next time.